Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. Today again with another CPU loot video. Well, I did it again. I purchased on eBay this very heavy box of CPUs, ICs. Let's see what's inside. I'm totally curious. It's a heavy package, 7.3 kilos. Well, let's have a look and see what's inside. Alright, let's go directly into the loot. I hope there will be some surprises. What's inside here? Okay, this is the board I saw, and it is a nice one. Let's see. Oh, neat. I think this is a alpha deck. Unfortunately, it's broken. That's really, that's not good. Too bad. Well, but look at this alpha deck example, very neat. Even the screws are still there for the heatsink. Maybe there are also some other chips which I can try to open. Well, you know, I'm looking for these kind of Silicondoodles, so these small scribbles which designers leave on the die. Okay, so what we have here is another box. I saw that also on the picture. The Turbo XGX from Sun. And another Brooktree RAM deck. I love that. I opened this one already up. Has a nice company logo. It's a sailboat. Okay, now this is getting interesting. Look at that. So this is a HP chip, HP 1FQ2 with some more chip. I think this is an expansion board. I don't know really. It seems to be also some RAM. So very nice. What do we have here? Oh, nice golden chips. Let's take that. Oh, look at that. Quite broken chip. I will have to handle this with care. And then a NEC CPU, the VR4400. Wow, this one has lots of good stuff on it. But this one here I have to take care of well. One FE4 HP chip. Definitely PA RISC chip. What more do we have? Let's take these out. AMD AM29030, neat one. An old 386. Here there is nothing on it. Completely without a label. I wonder what that is. I think there was a screw. Yeah, unknown chip. Very interesting. Maybe it is an HP. I don't know. Some older CPUs. Okay, let's look at. Oh my god, there's a huge bag of chips. All kinds of chips. Oh my god. K7, old ones, Pentium 1, Pentium 2, 3. I have to check that out later. Oh god. Yeah, this is the majority of the chips. And then here we got all kinds of ICs. And there's a large board, the final board here. What is that? Is that a graphic board? Looks quite interesting. It's not clear what it is. So there are some HP and Motorola chips. One FA5. Yeah. So I'm gonna have a check on that one. And also the ICs. Let us have a closer look at the CPU bag. just to get a quick overview. Okay, so these are slot Pentium 2s and probably Celerons. Quite a lot, I must say. Some ceramic chips, K7 Athlon, K6, Pentium 3, some old RAM, Athlon 64, K6-2. Okay, so quite some K6 versions, some Pentium MMX, Celeron. Wait, a K6-3. Oh my god, I was missing that in my collection. Cool, I'm so happy. K6-3 400 AHX. Nice one. I had these K6-2 versions, but this is produced at an even finer note. Oh, I'm happy. Finally, my K6 collection is almost finished. Wow, I'm happy already. And it goes on, so I think we really have loads of chips here to review and to sort. It's really it's a loot. Nice surprise so far. Maybe I will find some even more interesting. Oh, this is really an old Zim, probably 1 megabyte or so, 70 nanoseconds. crazy vintage stuff. I love it. Quite dirty chips, but that's not a problem. I usually clean everything. Some funny cards. What did they put in here? Okay, some PCB connectors. I don't know what to do with that. People think that there's gold inside. I mean, probably there is, but it's so minor. Alright, so lots of 96, 97 chips. Okay, some newer Core 2s. Okay, these are from 2003 and 4 probably. Interesting stuff. What is that? A PCMCIA card. Ah, interesting. I will have a look at that, clearly. It's like Christmas. And you know what? It is Christmas. That's why I'm making this video. Oh man, nice chips. Probably I have most of them, but maybe a certain frequency or yeah, a special version or an advanced version I might not have. So totally interested in reviewing all the chips in detail, all the CPUs. Lots of RAM for people who love RAM. God, this is really a gold star. Very old chips which you used maybe in 386 boards. Yeah, and it continues. Well, enough to decap and to review with my microscope. Framatome Electronics. Okay, this is funny. This is not really a chip. It's basically disabling the second slot when you have a 2-slot or a 2-chip motherboard. You are just using this and disable one if you have only one CPU installed. That's funny. I never saw them before. And here we go. Okay, let me maybe put that all in an order and then present the final results. But it's really looking cool. Alright, I sorted all the CPUs. It's quite impressive, I must say. We are now looking at around 200 CPUs and a couple of different circuits and boards. What you are also looking at is basically 30 years of CPU history from the 80s to the 90s, 2000, 2010. So very diverse and a very broad selection. I'm very happy. Let's quickly go through it. So what you see here, first of all, the RISC CPUs. We had the Alpha from DEC. We had a special HB CPU. We have a very nice NEC VR 4400, which will show very nice Silicondoodles. Then there is this broken HP Precision Architecture PA RISC, where I'm sure there is a Silicondoodle on that one. I think it's a dinosaur or something like that. And then we have the AMD 2930, which is also a RISC CPU. And not to forget a neat turbo graphics card from Sun, which was used in specific workstations. I already explained there are tons of these 1 megabyte ZIMs, maybe 4 megabyte ZIMs. I didn't really check so far. So a nice collection of those very old and vintage SIM for 386, 486 systems. And we have here a nice display of Amiga. If you look at this one here, we have two 68K from Cynetics, which were both used in the Amiga. And then we have these MOS ICs, 8364R7, which is also called Paula. Funny custom chip for the Amiga. This was actually the disk controller. And here we have the 8362R8, which is called Denise, which was the display encoder. On top of that, we have a couple of these MOS 8520, which were so-called CIAs, so complex interface adapters. Yeah, in total I have to say there are a couple of Amiga chips, and you see a great variety of BIOS chips here. Now let's move to the x86. First the Intel chips. We have the DX2 from Intel 486. We have a Pentium and a Pentium MMX. Then a later package of the MMX, followed by some Pentium 2 slot A cartridges, P2 Celeron on the back, and then tons of these Pentium 3 and Pentium 3 Celeron chips, which were quite usual in the late 90s, maybe 1999 or 2000. And this was then followed by the era of Pentium 4s. They are quite ugly, but you see here the sign of Pentium 4. And this was followed by this part here, so a lot of Core 2 Dio, i3s, i5 chips. This is a Core 2 Duo. Here we have a i7, so even an i7 from date code 2008. Yeah, that's pretty much it about Intel. Now let's switch to AMD. We start with the 386, 40 megahertz, very famous chips, and then the AMD K6, followed by AMD K6-2. And then the biggest surprise, as I didn't see that from the pictures on eBay, is the K6-3. This is definitely a great chip, as I don't have that also in my collection. Then we have a couple of AMD Durons, also nice chip package, I have to say, ceramic. And then we have a couple of AMD Athlons. Also, we are now in the age in 1999, early 2000 Sempron, and then further packages in a different color of the Athlons, later versions, I have to say. And here a couple of piles of different Semprons, Phenom, Athlon 64, 64X2, Phenom 2, Athlon 2. Yeah, very nice. And I also forgot to say there's a slot A K7 or 2. As a summary, I'm really happy about the loot. Next to these funny cards, which are PCMCIA fax cards or modem cards, I have to identify them further. There are some SD cards. I will add those to my collection. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching and watch out for my new videos.